It's Miss Budweiser in lane number 1, driven by Chip Hanauer. Lane 2, his nemesis, Smokin' Joe's, driven by Mark Tate. Then it is on the outside of them on lane 3, the Tide with Nate Brown. And lane number 4, T Plus with Steve David. For lane number 5, it will be the likes of Mark Evans in the Miss Exide U9. On the outside in lane number 6 will be Mitch Evans in A2 Communications, and the trailer boat will be Miss Beelers, driven by Jack Berry.
A lot of good-looking boats out there and a lot of horsepower in those boats. As they come down, they look like they're lined up for a start, and there they go. They get the signal from the starting tower. They are off and running. And as they go down into turn number 1, the Miss Budweiser trying to take a lead, but I think we may have a boat over. Yes, we do. The Tide boat has gone over. Nate Brown is still aboard that boat, upside down in the water. He apparently got caught in the rooster tail down in turn number 1.
Oh, there was a traffic jam down there. Now he has an escape hatch, and the rescue boats are making their way to him, but he's coming out. He's probably wet. Let's see, he's given the okay to the beach that he's all right. But they'll, of course, take some precaution with him because he must have taken a pretty good jolt when he turned that boat over.
Well, let's go down to the pits right now. Steve Montgomery has one of the spokesmen for the team. Scott, do you know what happened?
Oh, I still don't know, Steve. What we gather, he's fine. The boat's upside down. They all went into the first corner and a wall of water. And the next thing we knew, that we heard red flag, and we didn't know who it was, and it was us.
He was in lane 3, so he was between Tate and Steve David, I think.
Yeah, he was between the Smokin' Joe's and the T Plus, and it looked like he got a good start like everybody did. So I think they all went in the corner about equal, and they'd run around there about 4 laps before, and that corner is getting to be an ocean.
And now we're set for the restart of the finale here in Evansville, Indiana. Lane number 1 will be Miss Budweiser with Chip Hanauer. Lane 2, Mark Tate, Smokin' Joe's. Lane 3 will be Miss Exide with Mark Evans. His brother Mitch is in lane number 4 with the A2 Communications. And the restart will see Miss Beelers Bilo with Jack Berry in the trailer position.
As they come down for the restart of this race, there they go. They get the flag, and we're off and running. Miss Budweiser in lane number 1. Chip Hanauer told us earlier in the day that so far that has been a very good lane for that boat, so he was going to stick with it. But now Smokin' Joe's is right up on him. But he is not alone. On the outside, the far outside, it's the Miss Exide. Look at those boats. 1, 2, 3, inside out. The Miss Budweiser, then the Smokin' Joe's, then the Miss Exide, and they are really battling for this championship.
A tight 2-mile course, and look at those boats and those rooster tails. It looks like Niagara Falls is following all 3 of those competitors. And look at Smokin' Joe's in lane number 2, hugged right on the right hip of Chip Hanauer and the Miss Budweiser. And at this point, the Budweiser leads for the Eagle Snacks O'Doul's High Point Championship for the season by 25 points. If he can maintain this lead, he'll go out of this race 125 points ahead. But I'll tell you right now, Mark Tate won't give up.
Mark Tate slipped a little bit into some of the rooster tail for the Miss Budweiser. He did it again right there. He's trying to hold it tight. This time he goes a little bit far to the outside. That's going to cost him in speed. Chip Hanauer up at 150 miles per hour. Smokin' Joe's, Mark Tate, that's the boat in the chase. That's the boat that's trying to catch him. Behind him in 3rd place, Mark Evans in the Miss Exide, and he's doing a fine job of driving that boat. But here's the guy that leads the pack. This would be his 5th win at Evansville if he takes this championship here today. That's an unbelievable record.
As he comes down now, another 150-mile-an-hour plus lap, and now from our TV camera in the helicopter, you can see the lead now that Chip Hanauer has maintained over Mark Tate.
Yeah, he wasn't going to fool around with it at all. He was going to keep... Oh, wait a minute, Exide. Exide has come out of it. Miss Exide has a problem and is pulling off the course. So a sad finish for Mark Evans, who is riding just beautifully in this race, and in the first lap actually challenged for the lead.
Look at the smoke come off the hot section of that turbine with a quick shutdown, and we're getting word from the pits now he lost a propeller.
Well, you're not going to go very far without that prop, as the Miss Budweiser can prove to you right there. That prop has to be down in the water, throwing that rooster tail high. There's no control without it. Right now, the 2 props that are still very much in the lead at this point, one of them belongs to the Smokin' Joe's in 2nd place. And, of course, the big one is on the Miss Budweiser in the lead. Chip Hanauer. Boy, and you know, these props are not normal props. They have an extremely heavy pitch to them, which is why you get that big rooster tail. And look at Jack Barry. He's having a very good run in the Miss Beelers Bilo.
All right. Right now, he is 3rd place with the exit of the Miss Exide.
So Jack Barry, who has fought a couple of problems, although he's finished each of his races here today, he has himself a third place. Beautiful shot there as the Miss Budweiser comes around the turn. This time, you can bet Chip Hanauer is thinking one thing. He's got himself a lead out there. He knows that by radio, if he doesn't know by looking in his rearview mirrors. He knows he's got the lead. He knows he just has to hold on and take that checkered flag to collect his 5th win here at Evansville, Indiana. This is his return to unlimited hydroplane racing, his first actual competition of the year. This is the first race that he has faced Mark Tate. Mark Tate holding it in right at 141 miles per hour, as you just saw. So nobody really knew how that was going to go. Those two drivers meeting for the very first time. Chip established dominance. He has got himself in the favored position.
And now he's coming down the back chute for the very last time on this 2-mile course on the Ohio River as we look at the 4th place boat, Mitch Evans and A2 Communication.
And they can't complain about that. They've had a very consistent run out here. Mitch Evans and the Coopers, father and son, who operate that boat. They got a tremendous volunteer crew on there, and they do a great job. But here's your winner, coming in for the checkered flag. Everybody's waving home. Chip Hanauer, winner of Thunder on the Ohio. This is his 5th championship win on this course. 2nd place to the Smokin' Joes, Mark Tate, boat owned by Steve Woomer. A good job at driving by Mark. 3rd place boat coming in now is Jack Barry in the Miss Beeler's Bilo. They have got to be happy.